Hi, welcome back to Father and Son Investing. Today's video will answer the question, what should you do when your Treasury bill matures? Do you have to do anything? Let's get to it. In this video, we'll discuss the following topics. Number one, what does it mean when a Treasury bill matures? Number two, do you have to do anything to get your money back when your Treasury bill matures? Number three, what are your options when your Treasury bill matures? First, we need to discuss some terms here. Par value, what does that mean? That can get a little bit confusing. Essentially, par value just means the face value of the Treasury bill that you're purchasing. We're going to use this graphic here to help illustrate this. So in this graphic, the yield is going to be 2.572%. So a person is going to buy a par value $1,000 Treasury bill. They're not actually going to pay $1,000 for that. In this case, they would pay $998 for a 4-week Treasury bill. Maturity just means the length of time that you have to wait to get your money back. So a 4-week Treasury bill is going to be 28 days. You will notice something a little quirky here. Just by the way, in this calculation, you'll see that the year that they use is 360 days, not 365. This is an accounting quirk, and it's pretty common here, 360 days instead of 365. So just know that when you're looking at the yields. All right, now that we've defined some terms here, par value and maturity, let's talk about what happens when your Treasury bill matures. All right, the first question in this category is, what do you have to do when your Treasury bill matures? And the answer is nothing. You simply just have to watch the money go into your bank account. That is very different from a Treasury bond, where you essentially have to tell the Treasury or your brokerage account that you want to redeem the bond. Whether you have purchased your Treasury bill from treasurydirect.gov or you've purchased it from a brokerage such as Vanguard or Charles Schwab or Fidelity, the money will simply go right back into your account. And just how much money will go back into your account? It is the par value. Whatever your Treasury bill was worth at maturity is how much money will go back into your account. That makes purchasing Treasury bills very simple. You know exactly how much money you will be receiving and how many days it will take to receive that money. Now let's just talk about your options when your Treasury bill matures. The first option I like to call take the money and run. You can simply just take the money and go do whatever it is you want to do with it. Go on vacation, spend it on something you've been waiting for, or simply do nothing with it. Now, if you don't like that option, there are some other options that you can still employ. If you are purchasing from treasurydirect.gov or from certain brokerages such as Charles Schwab or Fidelity, unfortunately not Vanguard, you can do what is called Autoroll. This option involves taking the money that you will receive and auto-rolling it into the purchase of another Treasury bill. Now, I have done another video that I would encourage you to watch that talks about some of these brokerages and how they delay that auto-roll in order to maximize their money returns and minimize your money returns. Nevertheless, the process is actually quite simple. When you are purchasing your Treasury bill, whether it be from Treasury Direct or from a brokerage, you simply click on auto repurchase or auto roll, and that takes care of itself. When your Treasury bill matures, that money will automatically be re-employed into the purchase of another Treasury bill. If there is excess money left over, then those excess funds go back into your account. Now, that is a good option, but you'll notice here that the excess funds aren't getting re-employed into the purchase of another Treasury bill, and thus your money is kind of sitting around in limbo, not doing much. There is a third option here, and that is to manually repurchase these Treasury bills on your own. In fact, we've received some interesting comments from viewers on our channel describing how they go about re-employing the yield that they receive from the Treasury bill into the next Treasury bill. I'd like to highlight just a couple of ways that you all are using your Treasury bill yields to maximize your future returns. This comment here from Dave Winham. I use the following method. Since T-bills are sold in increments of $100, as long as the interest earned at maturity is more than that, I roll the interest into the next purchase. Then he gives an example here. He bought a 13-week Treasury bill for $10,000. It earned $120.83 in interest, so his next purchase was for a $10,100 Treasury bill. The extra $20.83, of course, he couldn't utilize to buy another Treasury bill because Treasury bills are sold in $100 increments. Dave, I hope you enjoyed a nice lunch with that extra $20.83. Another commenter posted their way of doing things. It's since been deleted. I'm not sure why, but essentially what they do is they take that money from their Treasury bill, the yield, and depending on the day of the week and whether there's a holiday, you can actually double dip just a little bit for a time. The way that they went about describing this was they have a high yield savings account that will actually start paying them interest when the notification of a deposit comes in. So in this case, the way the commenter double dipped essentially was Treasury Direct notifies the bank that they're about to put money in treasurydirect.gov. That actually occurs one day before the Treasury bill matures. And so their bank is essentially giving them interest because they've received the notification one day before. And of course, Treasury Direct is still giving them their yield or interest on their original Treasury bill purchase because the Treasury bill actually matures one day later. So in that sense, they're collecting double interest for a day. Or they mentioned that if there is a holiday on a Monday, that Treasury Direct actually puts the money into your account on a Friday. So for 4 days, potentially you can double dip. Now that's just minimal amounts, but over time you could see how something like that could add up. I'm interested to know what you all are doing in terms of repurchasing your Treasury bills, whether you're using Autoroll or if you have another method of maximizing your returns on your Treasury bills by doing it manually. If so, please leave that in the comments. That's all I have for today's video. What happens when a Treasury bill matures? You can either do nothing, take the money and run. You can go ahead and put it on auto purchase or auto rollover, or you can try doing all of that stuff manually and see if you can maximize your returns just a little bit more. Share this information with a young person in your life and with other Treasury bill purchasers that you know. And as always, until next time, enjoy your investing.